Yo, what up, guys? Beside me here. Happy Sunday to you guys. I'm about to go live on YouTube right now, as I normally do every Sunday on the channel. But before I do, I wanted to put out this video to take a 5th, 10th, or even a 100th look at this champion chase tournament that has been enticing all this weekend that it has been launching, because it has this legendary champion that we all have been looking for a way to get, and right now only the first place player who rank first right here by pulling so many shards will be able to pick up this champion. So if you're in this tournament and leaderboard right here, you're looking at it like this is something you might be able to obtain, I'm about to break it down in my own account, what I think in terms of points that I can achieve to hit that 15,000-20,000 points requirement, and even find out if it's going to be worth it in terms of my own personal account. So I'll break it down for you guys. Maybe this one can help you also decide based on how many people have currently ranked up or shown interest at getting this champion. So far, there are 2 people who have shown interest by hitting 13,000 points and 11,000 points. That means they have shown interest. They're trying to deter others from pushing for it. That's a strategy that most players try to use this weekend by pulling on a Friday and Saturday to get a huge amount of points to see if they can deter others from trying to chase after them. But it also shows their hands, kind of, right? So if I see somebody is already at 13,000 points and I know that all my shards can only get me to 13,000 points, there's no reason for me to try. That's one thing you should note. If you see somebody already on the leaderboard and you feel like you have enough to hit 13,000 points, that's not enough. You should be able to at least add 5,000 on top of that person's points that is currently on your leaderboard. So if you don't have reserved, fine. Today you could just hit 13,000 and wait, but you should already have like 5 to 10k reserved available in case the person tries to push after you match up with him at 13,000. So always you have to want to wait for the last 1 hour or last 30 minutes or even the last 10 minutes to begin to do those last minute push for this type of tournaments. But let me go and calculate how many points I would require to lead this leaderboard right here to see if it's something I can do as a totally free to play player who only receive those content creator perks or something, right? So let me find out on my own personal account. I've already done the math in the notepad and this is what my shard count is looking like. So far, the biggest amount of shards I think that will make a difference for me is those void shards if I can hit 1 or 2 legendaries. But if I'm only gonna get epics only from all these shards that I pull right now. Oh, 2x ancient is still going on, right? Yes, so let's just open some shards right now. Not just because I'm counting points, but before I open some shards, let me count the points I was talking about before we do that. So this is the math I try to put together, and I'll have to open the calculator and see how much points that brings out for me right now. Secrets, I'll have only 4 secret shards. I'm not expecting any legendaries from the secret shards, so I'm expecting to have 2,000 points, right? And I'm never good with math. 500 for 2, 500 for 2, that's 1,000 points. So secret is 1,000 points right here. I thought it's 2,000 points. So for champion chase, you're getting 4 epics from secret shards. That's gonna be 2,000, 1,000 points. That's my own math. That's my own calculation from what I have. From primal shards, you normally get rares. You always want to save your primals for those times where it's 2x boosted chance of getting legendaries or mythical from your primal. But just because if you're so desperate about this event, you want to see if you can get 1 epic out of 6 primal is reasonable, right? So I'm gonna put 250 for primal shards right here plus 250. So that's primal. And for the void shards, I'm expecting every 10 pull to give me 1 epic. Sometimes a 10 pull can give you 2 epics, but the estimate is every 10 pull should give me 1 epic. So I'm thinking from 147, that's 14 10 pulls. I'm expecting to see 14 epics. So that's gonna be 14 that I put in right here is 350, right? Plus 3,500. So that's what I'm expecting from void shards points if I only get epics. Now I might get lucky and strike gold, and maybe it will boost my points by an additional 500. That doesn't really matter. I'm expecting there are lots of void shard 10 pulls that will give you only rares. Sometimes 2, 3, 4 times you pull void shards, you get only rares. So you have to take that into consideration. Remember, all this my calculation I'm doing does not count 3-star champions. So 3-star champions can make up for the rest, because by pulling ancient, by pulling void, you get a lot of 3-star champions that will definitely give you those 50-50 points each, right? Or is it more than 50? So that's what I'm expecting. I'm just counting the epics only. If you add rares you get, that might also give you a little additional more points, or give me additional points from this calculation I'm doing. So if I do the plus, that's 4,750 points. Take note that I've already hit the 5,500 points required, right? That's my current mark right here. So if I add additional 4,000, I'm getting closer to that 10,000 mark. Still not up to the 13,000, right? Now, if I do pull this 7 ancient, I'm expecting to get at least 1 epic from this 7 ancient. Expecting. That's plus 250. Currently 5,000. And what other shards do I have? Oh, let's not forget about my remnant summon. I do have 2. I could pick up 1 more chance of getting remnant summons right here. Yeah, so that's 2 remnant summons that I might do. I'm waiting for actually fusion time to do the remnant summon, but I'm guaranteed 2 epics at least from my remnant summon. That's gonna give me 500 points plus 500 from remnant summon. And then for old fragments that I currently saved so far, old fragments, you can see Shayak is one that I still not pulled right now. That's 500 free points if I really want to pull my shards or go for this all the way. Plus 500 for Shayak. I have no other epics, no other legendaries saved up from this. So that's 6,000 points right now. The next easy way to get some points during a champion chase is by doing a lot of old fragments, old fusions, I mean. Talking about Relic Keeper is especially one that is easily obtainable at times to the rares. You can get these rares easily and keep a lot of them. So whenever I get these champions, I don't use them as food. I just keep multiple copies of them because I might use it for champion chase one day when I do not want to pull shards. So I always want to keep multiple copies of this dude, keep multiple copies of her in the vault, in the reserve vault. Just keep them there. They are useful for fusing multiple copies of Relic Keeper. And by my maths, I think I can fuse 3 copies of Relic Keeper, which is going to be 750 points plus 750, 6,750. Is there any other fusion I can get from here? Broadmoor, I don't have this Broadmoor rares, and using this uncommon and uncommon champions to make this rares is not really a fastest way of doing it. Lady Mikage epics, none of them is available. I'm still looking for these 2 last ones, so I cannot fuse Lady Mikage right now. So from all I've seen so far, that's all the points I can pick up. Let's not forget about this 192 ancient shards that we can pick up right here to be a round number of, let's say, estimated plus all the rares. Let's just say 7,000 plus 350. All the rare points I might get. 350 or 7,100. This is the estimated number of points my current shards that I have right now can get me. It might be more than this by 500 or 1,000. It might be less than this by 500 or 1,000. But this is my estimate. So if I go back to that champion chase tournament right now, 7,000 plus my current points is about 12,000 or 13,000. With that in mind, it makes no freaking sense for me to even attempt this. So if you've not done this math on your own and make estimates according to the number of shards you have and compare your points you have with the players that are already in your leaderboard, you go over there and start pulling these shards and hoping to get 4 legendaries to go crazy 10,000 points. It doesn't work that way. You always have to make this calculation based on the minimum required points from your shards, which is epics. I can't come in here trying to pull legendaries from those void shards. I can't come in there trying to pull legendaries from my secret shards or from mythicals from my primer. You have to think of epics only and rare points, and so far 5,697 plus the 7,000 points will get me about 12,000. With that in mind, it is clear, since I'm not a spender, I'm not willing to get out my wallet and swipe my cards, then I just have to say this event is not for me. And it's clear that even if I try, even somebody's at 11,000, I think I'll be at 12,000. That's still not enough to win it. If there was no 13,000 person right here, there was only 11,000, and I know my points can get me to 13,000. 2,000 is still not enough, because I know when that person that is 11,000 start pushing to 13, I will have no comeback. I'll have no way to push, and that's when a free-to-play player becomes a spender. Because if you want this Odin so badly, you will swipe your card for the first time in history to get this champion. So, is it worth it? Now, after this whole Asgard divide ends, Odin will not disappear from this game. Odin will always be in this barbarian faction along with a lot of other champions that you don't have yet. Along with other champions you don't have yet, Odin will always be here. So don't think that if you can pick him up this weekend through this champion chase by winning it, you have no other ways to pick it. Granted, void legendaries are so difficult to obtain. There are players who have been looking for Krisk, the Ageless. There are players who have been looking for a Sifi forever. I'm one of those players. they are so incredibly difficult to obtain. That's why most people are thinking if they don't pick up Odin right now, they will never be able to pick up Odin for the next 3 to 4, 5 years of pulling void shards. It's so incredibly difficult to get your void legendaries of your dreams, whether it's be a Siphi, Krisk, or now Odin. I think the best one I think I was so lucky to obtain from that guaranteed, and yes, let's not forget, void guarantees is something that come up. Odin might be a void guarantee in the future. You never know. It might be a void guarantee in the future for sure. That's something you might consider. The best one I think I picked up for free, well, by being a guaranteed void legendary, was King Narcissus. King Narcissus was one that I was so happy to obtain from void shards because they are so hard to get. And that's why I always save this exact amount of void shards whenever I save. I'm looking for that guaranteed void legendary event. Maybe Odin will be the next one. I don't know, but I'll keep saving to see what the next one will be, and hopefully it's not a duplicate of one I already have, and so I can just, you know, pull for that. So I'd rather save my void shard for a guaranteed void legendary event than to blow it all for a risky event like this. So I guess this was a way for me to count my shards again, convince myself that this event is not for me, despite how tempting it was to pull everything you have to go for it and try to win first place. Now if your tournament scoreboard looks like nobody's interested, clearly mine shows that people are interested. If your tournament scoreboard people are 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and you think you have enough to blow up to 15,000 points, 20,000 points, then this event might be for you. Remember, if you get Odin, you sacrificed everything you have. You can get Freya, you can get the next fusion that might come up. You are sacrificing Odin. To get Odin, you sacrifice a lot of other events that might come up in the future that you can use your shards for. So that's also something to consider. Is Odin worth you missing a lot of other things that are coming up in the future? The Halloween fusion is coming up, so you always have to also consider that. So I'll finally be able to do the math and convince myself that Odin is not for me. Do you still think you can win it? How is your leaderboard looking? Are you only the first person or the person pushing, or do you think that a lot of people might snap you in the last minute? Remember, set an alarm on your phone 20 minutes to this time when this champion chase ends. You can set, hey Siri, remind me in 18 hours 6 minutes, and it will remind you in 10 minutes to this time to log in and do what you have to do. So if you intend to snipe somebody, that's the strategy that works. Even if you are asleep, you get that alarm and wake you up, and so you can go over there and start going crazy in all your shards. So there are players who will get this for sure, and congrats on getting your Odin. I'm not one of them. I'd love to obtain him. I'll show him off in a video or something and show you that a free-to player got him, but obviously I got grouped in a tournament where people do want him. And at the last minute, if I'm online, I'll check and see what those two players who are currently at 13,000 and 11,000 are doing in terms of how they are overtaking each other, if they will eventually push over to 15,000 mark, or they will go crazy and challenge each other all the way to 20,000 mark. We never know. But from the tournament leaderboard, I can see that somebody is already at 2 global tournament leaderboard. I mean, somebody is over 200,000 points right here, and that's kind of crazy. I don't know if other players in his tournament category are also chasing him, or he just wants to go all in and, you know, get the extra. Where is the tournament leaderboard? Where is it? Global leaderboard right there. Somebody went so extreme. I saw it. I'm like, how? Oh, it's no longer 280. Now it's 407. We are talking about hitting 20,000 mark, and somebody is at 407 points. How much resources does this cost? Do you think he did this with sacred shards or ancients? It can't be ancient shards. It must be sacred shards or some other shards. Damn, what's the fastest way to get champion chase points like this? It might be sacred shards, might be the fastest way. Sacred shards is not the best we want to do during champion chase, but it might be the one. Or maybe ancient, crazy amount of ancient. 1,000 ancient can get you this amount of points, maybe. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys this Sunday. But before I do, let me go over there and open my ancient shard, because it's still a 2x on ancient. The best time for newer players or free-to-play players to open their ancient shard, because you have a boosted chance of getting epics and legendaries. So I did pull some shards earlier on Friday, and I did get nothing from my over 120 plus shards pulled. So let me just pull 7 more. I might hit gold. which is still not a reason to go for this champion. I might hit gold. I'm building an ironclad for City of Centranos because he's needed in one of those content. I see a lot of people using him, so I took him to 60 today. I'll do it on stream and see whether it can help. Magma Blood, at least give me one epic. Don't just give me rares only. 7 rares? Come on now. Let's end the video on a good note. Come on. More rares. Has the 2x ancient ended? It has not, for sure. The new to pro did get 2 sacred shards from our clan boss pools today. Ooh, Jarek, an awesome champion to use for clan boss. For Doom Tower stages 2. 2 epics, that's amazing. Bone Keeper or Shaman. And the last one will also be an epic. So I thought 7 ancient shards would give me 1 epic, but I'm getting 2 epics from it. So you can see I'm getting more points, but no, that's still not a reason to go for this. If I switch over to the noob to pro, does that account have any shards for us to summon? Ancient shards, I mean, for us to summon as part of this 2x ancient. Or I only got sacred shards. Oh yeah, I only got sacred shards from the clan boss today. Noob to pro has 5. Let me see the leaderboard from the noob to pro series, see if it has no competition. I doubt it. Every leaderboard of 50 has somebody who is already at 13,000 points. Let me see how the noob to pro leaderboard is looking to see if we can pull and win with that sacred shard. Noob to pro is not going for the Thor Fey Hammer Titan event at all. See, people are already at 10,000, so there's no even reason to attempt it on this account either. With the few shards that we have, definitely not a reason. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Come over to the stream over there on Bricks 5D right here on YouTube. As you're watching this video, I'll be live, and because it's a Sunday, and I'll also be multi-streaming on Twitch, so Twitch viewers don't get left out. All right, see you guys later. Like, subscribe for more daily raid content, and let me know in the comments how your tournament is looking like. Is this something you can snipe? Is this something you feel good about that you will win, or have you given up hope like I have? Later, guys.